go to an important development in the Liquor Gates case, where the Aam Aadmi Party is facing massive embarrassment over the Delhi Excise Policy probe, and this after the Aam Aadmi Party leader, Vijay Nair, another accused in the case, Sameer Mahendru, was apprehended by the Enforcement Directorate recently. Now, in its remand note, seeking custody for 14 days for Sameer Mahendru, the Enforcement Directorate has said that he is to be confronted based on evidence recovered during the raids at his residence. The ED note also mentions the violations of the excise policy, saying that Mahendru was a direct beneficiary and public servants were also paid kickbacks. Times Now had also accessed the CBI note of Vijay Nair, a close associate of the top leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party. And the note mentioned Nair's involvement in forming the liquor policy. The policy ensured 12% profit to traders, with meetings being held to ensure 6% commissions. So these were the details that we managed to access from the remand note of both Mahendru as well as Vijay Nair, and these are some of the specific charges. Digital physical records have been seized from the premises of Sameer Mahendru, something that the Enforcement Directorate believes he needs to be interrogated for. Payment of kickbacks to public servants is also a serious charge that's been levelled against Mahendru, something that's also in the FIR of the CBI. Violations in the excise policy 2021-22. In fact, the Enforcement Directorate said that he's the kingpin of the excise policy in this matter. Mahendru is the beneficiary of violations and earned approximately rupees 50 crore through these irregularities. That's also a charge being levelled by the Enforcement Directorate. And huge losses caused to the government, illegal profit to retailers as well as officials. And as the basis for these charges, the Enforcement Directorate now has managed to secure from the court 8 days custody to further interrogate Sameer Mahendru. They had sought 14 days of custody, but the court has remanded him now for 8 days, and Vijay Nair will in fact be handed over to the CBI for a custody for a period of 5 days, both under the scanner of the central agencies. Let me go across to Pratibha, who's managed to now access more details coming from the specific charges that have been levelled against Sameer Mahendru as well as Vijay Nair.
That's right. Senior News Editor Bhavtosh Singh has accessed this Enforcement Directorate note, Siddharth, and the details of it are here. It mentions that there were beneficiaries. The accused was one of the major beneficiaries of these violations, as he was not only running a manufacturing unit for alcoholic beverages under the name of Indospirit, which manufactures a wine cooler and a Japanese whiskey called Enzo, but he was also given a wholesale L1 license and some retail L7 licenses in the name of his relatives. So this is the charge, also saying it is thus alleged that the accused had earned an amount of approximately 50 crore rupees on the profits. Mentioned here in the remand note previously as well of the violation of the excise code that was made, saying that initially it had been brought in to ensure there's government control, but it had been deliberately moved as the policy was exercised. That's what the charge has come in, and it also mentions Mahendru as a beneficiary, saying, and this is the biggest, at least 50 crore rupees, also mentioning the kickbacks that had allegedly been given to the public servants.
Right, thanks a lot for taking us through that remand note that has been filed by the Enforcement Directorate before the court for seeking custody of Sameer Mahendru. Let me go across to Bhavtosh as well. Bhavtosh, in both the remand notes that were initially submitted by the CBI in the case of Vijay Nair as well as now by the ED involving Sameer Mahendru, there have been serious accusations being made about the intricate and the significant role that both of them played in the framing of the 2021 policy. We'll come back to Bhavtosh in just a short while, but both the CBI accusing Vijay Nair and the Enforcement Directorate accusing Sameer Mahendru of playing a very significant role in the framing of the 2021 policy, the liquor policy that has now been scrapped, but clearly something that even Aam Aadmi Party leader and Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Mr. Manish Sisodia, has been under the scrutiny of the agencies for. The Enforcement Directorate now, as a result of having submitted these findings against Sameer Mahendru from the court, has managed to secure a custody of a period of 8 days to further interrogate Mahendru and corroborate the charges that have been leveled against him.